Hi, this is a reading for Claire based on your star sign, the astrology Cancer. And I'm looking at relationships here first. And the first thing I'm sort of getting a feeling of here is almost like I feel like a bit stuck in the middle at the moment. It's almost like I feel so one minute I'm kind of happy, one minute I'm not. I feel like I'm in limbo. But I don't feel like it's so much relationships where I feel as though I'm in limbo. I feel as though it's been life. I feel like I'm ready for change. I'm ready for new things to come in. And it's almost like I feel as though I'm ready now to knock things down and kind of rebuild myself a little bit. But I feel as the only thing that's limiting me or stopping me moving forward is money. And trouble is with money, it can be a negative energy at times. It stops us doing things. It stops us going out there and making things happen. In other words, it's like a bit like the old saying, or one way of looking at it is to say, well, no, I want to set up a business, but I daren't do it because what if it works? What if it doesn't work? What if we're wasting money? It's all those kind of things. Money stops us doing things. So it's like you may be looking for security, but I just feel as though you're also looking now for love and everything kind of around you that really kind of lifts you up and makes you feel good about things. So I feel as though try and sort of focus on the next sort of 3 months of getting your finances right and just in balance. And then as you step into next year, you'll be ready to kind of make things happen, but you shouldn't be worried about money so much. You'll have kind of sorted things out. And something's just, I know I'm focused on relationships, but I feel like I've got to get this money situation sorted out first. And I feel as though if you're a person who likes to really, push the boat out and get Christmas right, start getting Christmas organised now. Then I feel as though it's like come January, you're not feeling, oh my God, I've spent all that money and I'm broke. It's like try and spread that sort of cost out now. But going back to relationships, I'm being drawn to this man here, and I just feel as though he can be a bit stubborn, a bit set in his ways, and I wouldn't look at him as a negative person. But I feel like sometimes it's like I feel as though you're trying to get a conversation forward or speak your mind, and it's almost like I feel as though you're not being listened to. So it's not that he doesn't connect with you or he doesn't want to be with you, but sometimes you feel as though you can't get your thoughts through. And I feel as though this is something you're going to have to really kind of focus on now over the next few months. And I feel as if you can't get past that, then you're going to have a real problem moving forward. So communication now is going to be a big key factor in you moving forward and getting things right. And I can see you doing a lot of thinking about your life, about what's going to make you feel happy, what's going to make you feel settled, and what you're really wanting. And I just feel as though if this person who I'm talking about isn't in your life now, then I feel as though he's coming in. But if he is in your life now, then I just feel as though, I don't know, I don't feel like you're completely settled. It's almost like you feel like my energy is being drained. It's almost like I feel like I'm giving and giving and giving, but what am I getting back? And I just feel that this is something that's really got to be sorted out, and especially within the next 6 months, so you know what you're doing and where you're going. It's like you've got to look at your life now as if to say, right, I'm in the driving seat. What do I want? Where am I going for? What am I looking for? What do I want out of life? What's going to make me happy? I feel as though I've got all these questions going round and round in my head, and I feel as though I've got to get it sorted. But the good thing is here, right in the centre of your life is you've got your Wheel of Fortune. Now this is upside down, so it's kind of coming in this way. And all this means is there's a lot of positivity around you and it's kind of coming. But at the moment you're in this position where it's neither great nor bad. It's like being stuck in the middle. And I always say, well, that's not a bad place to be. But again, like I say, I've got to move forward. And you also, your chariot's coming out here, which this is your star sign, the Cancerian. And I also feel so I'm drawn to motherhood with you. So you've either got children or you can be thinking about children. But saying that, I don't see any pregnancies as such. Oh, tell lie, I do see a pregnancy. I've just seen the other card that's just drawn me to back it up. So I feel so if you're wanting children, that's there for you. But then again, I just feel so as I talk about children, again, make sure your life is in balance. Is everything else around you sorted and settled for you to start thinking about children? So I just feel as though change needs to come in, change needs to happen. I feel like I need to knock my life down now and rebuild myself. And I feel like now I've got to have a real lot of strength and courage now to kind of get out there and make these things happen. And then as you do that, it's like you'll feel better for it. It's almost like I feel as though, I feel like I'm looking forwards, but I feel like something's missing in my life. And I just feel as though, is that relationships or is it other things? And I'm kind of up and down with it. And I don't know whether you're feeling a bit tired at the moment, because I just feel as I'm doing this read, I feel so, I feel like I won't go to sleep. And it's like I feel as though I've got lack of energy. So if you are feeling a bit drained and run down, and talk about that here, this is your energy card where I feel as though you're feeling a bit drained and a bit run down. And if you are feeling a bit like that, then you need to try and connect with your diet a little bit. And when I say diet, I don't mean dieting. I'm talking about eating properly, drinking properly, sleeping properly, trying to balance your energy out. And also thinking about that as well. Again, if you are thinking about children or wanting another child, do make sure you've got your energy levels right. So otherwise that's going to really pull on your body. You need to be in the right place, to sort of go and bring another child into the world, for your health and, well-being and your awareness. So do think about these things. But I don't look at this year as being negative, but I just feel as though I've got a lot of things to sort out. I've got a lot of things to tidy up, and I feel as though I've got to start expressing my thoughts. But in the meantime, if you perhaps just pull back, I don't mean like walk away from anything you've got, but just pull back, analyse what you're doing, and then you can look at everything kind of logically of what you feel as though you should be doing. Now, as you move forward, I just feel as though sometimes you can be a woman of balance. And what I mean by that is, it's like you like to know where everything is, where everything's kind of going, everything's got in its little neat boxes. And you know what? I don't not that one little bit. But sometimes you've got to come out your comfort zone and take a leap of faith. And sometimes you can be a little bit guarded but protective of yourself. So the more you can open up now with your thoughts and feelings, the better it is for you. And I just feel as though you need to focus on that. You have to excuse me for yawning, but it's like, again, I'm picking up on your energy. It's coming through me. It's like I haven't got rid of that tiredness. I feel as though it's starting to go a little bit now. So get your energy levels right, because it's like it's still drawing on me, pulling on me, your energy levels. Okay. And I just feel as though now it's time not to be holding on to things. It's time to kind of let go and move forward and really start standing your ground now about what do you want out of your life. And you've got to get balance in your life. And then as you do that, it's like it's kind of saying, look, whatever energy you put into things now, relationships, you need to make sure now you're getting back what you put in. And then as you get all this organised and balanced and sorted out, that's when the true love starts flowing in for you, and you feel as though you're starting to feel uplifted. So it's like you've got to make some big decisions now as you move forward. Okay, and I'm just being drawn now to this man who, although I say he can be a bit stubborn at times, I just feel as though he's very driven, he's got a bit of ambition around him, but I feel as though he's a lovely person. And I also feel as though sometimes with you as well, you don't always trust very easily. So you need that right connection around you now to make sure you're completely in balance as a person and you're feeling the flow of everything. And also bear in mind, if you just don't trust for the sake of trusting, that energy kind of flows through. Everybody feels it around you. So make sure now that you're settled, you're feeling the right energy, and everything's looking good and feeling good. Are you really feeling tired, run down? It's like, whoa. If you're not, maybe that's coming your way a little bit, but it's like I just feel so, I have to keep lifting myself up, picking my energy up. Because I do, when I start connecting with people and they pick up on their energies, and I just feel so tired, so drained. It's like I feel so I keep giving and giving and giving. You need to really sort this out. So just going back to you again, I just feel so, don't be worrying about things now, because there's nothing to worry about. So all you've got to do now is just be true to yourself. And then as you do that, you will gain emotionally and financially, because this here is your card of gain. So you need to start focusing on that. Okay, let's have a look at work and career. Just excuse me a minute, I just dropped a card on the floor. Okay, let's have a look at work and career for Claire now, based on her star sign, Cancer, the Cancerian. Okay, let's see what we get here. Right, it just feels so now, need a career now that balances me out between me, relationships and family. And also I've got draw to what I want and setting goals for the future. So it's great having that family connection around you, but you do need your own goals. And to be honest, I feel as though I want to say don't shy away from study, training, learning new skills, bringing new things in. It's going to empower you and help you to get moving forward. So here's your family card. So you've got get family balanced out. But there's a little bit of pulling in different directions here, like do I go this way, do I go that way? And it's like you trying to get the balance now between work and career and family and relationships and what's going to make you happy and settled. And then here's your study card and training, and sitting next to that is your wishes and dreams. And I just get the feeling now you want to move forward, but you might not be wanting, oh no, I don't really feel that study. And I can understand that, but so see if there's a back door in, if you can get around that, if you really don't want to study, maybe training in-house. I also feel that you'd be very good at doing something to do with counselling or social work. It's almost like I feel you're a good listener and you've got that about you. But it's like you've got all the skills there now to tap in and do something with it. But I just feel as sometimes you're not trusting in your own abilities. So start really focusing on what you want to do now and taking a leap of faith. It's like I just feel as though I've got to make some big decisions now, because if you look at this here, this is you making some massive decisions, but this was upside down. So it's like you're not rushing into them, which is fine. But once you make those decisions, it's saying, look, you will make the right decisions and choices. And that was crossing your study card. And also crossing your decision-making card here is you putting passion and energy into what you're doing. But also do bear in mind, as you start to focus on your career, some young man could be paying you some attention. It's like he's very drawn to you. I'm not saying you will connect with him, but it's there. So, let's see, eh? But I feel so you've got so much potential, because if you look at this here, this is your potential card. And if you look at that there's the archway. It's like there's a gateway there to a new beginning. So it's like you've got all this potential, fresh starts, new beginnings, and it's all there. And you've just got to start focusing on it. But for some reason, you worry too much. See, here you are worrying, got your head bent down. But this here says, look, your worries are unfounded. So in other words, where there's a will, there's a way. If there's anything stopping you, anything blocking you, any fears that you've got, it's saying, look, you can sort it, you can get through this. So stop putting barriers where they're not there, because it's all there for you. It's just that you've got to start really truly focusing now on what it is you want. And I feel as though it's all there. In a sense, it feels like you've come to a crossroads with your career. If I just point this out, this is your life here, or your career that you've built up so far. And you can keep doing what you're doing and building it up some more. Or is it time for new things to come in and build out to what this is, or just add to what you're doing here? So there is no real right, no wrong now. It's just that you've got to start focusing on what you want. But I just feel as though don't take on too much, whether it's within your career or focusing on getting where you need to go. It's like sometimes, you're letting things weigh you down too much, or you're taking on too much responsibility. So maybe you've got to let something go, or lighten the load, or not let things bog you down now. It's like you've got to just start focusing on what you want. Take your time. There's no rush, but obviously don't keep putting things off. So it's all there for you. And I just feel as though as you start to push things through and you make your decisions, it's telling me you're going to follow through. Also, I've got this caring aspect to you as well. You're very good at looking after people, caring. But that fits in with that counselling or social work. So it's anything to do with that would be very good. But I just feel so I don't want you mauling people. I would rather you work with this, because I feel so you're quite an intelligent woman. So start trusting your intuition a little bit now and going with your gut feelings. But basically, everything's in your capable hands. But I can see you moving off in a slightly different direction. And I feel so it's good, it's wonderful, it will give you a good solid base to build upon. And it's great. But I just feel so sometimes you're holding yourself back. And just make sure as well that relationships aren't holding you back. It's almost like I get the feeling as if to say, as you start to move forward, you settle with children, oh no, I just want you staying at home looking after the children. And that's great. Nothing wrong with that, but is that what you truly want? I just feel so I can't see you just looking after children. I feel like you'd be bored. And I feel like there's a bit of boredom creeping in around you now. And this is all gearing you up now, pushing you to make changes. So I just feel so focus on it. And I'm being drawn to the number 4 with you as well, as if to say within the next 4 weeks or 4 months or next April, you'll be ready to make all these changes. And by that kind of time frame, it should all be settling in and sort of coming together for you. So I feel so that's really, really good. So that's fantastic. But I just feel so now you've got to find your confidence to get stuck in, push your life forward, move off in this different direction, and it's great. And also, I feel so as you start to focus on your career, this will have a ripple effect right across your life. In other words, as you feel more empowered, more ambitious, and it's good for you, it's lifting your energy up, you'll take that positive energy home with you. And, it'll be good for relationships because it's like you become a different person. You've got a bit more of a spark within your eyes, if you know what I mean, because you're not fed up with things. And this is what it's all about. So go out there and push things forward. But I just feel so you may not do all these things I'm talking about until next spring, because I'm getting the slow growth card here. And this is your slow growth card. And if you look at the desert land there's nothing growing. But when things do start to grow, when is that? Springtime. Next spring. I'm not saying it will take that long. It could be just saying, look, whatever you start now could take a bit of time for it all kick in. And that's absolutely fine. But there's a very strong possibility with me drawing to that number 4, you may not do it till next springtime. So March, April, May time. Which is absolutely fine. So it doesn't really matter when, as long as it does get kicking in. But I just feel so, but don't keep brushing on the carpet. You've got to face these things head on now about what you want, where you're going, and have a bit of confidence in yourself. But I'm quite excited about this because I feel like there's some real good solid growth coming your way. Right, let's have a look at family. Okay, let's have a look at family around you. What's happening with family over the next 12 months for Claire under the star sign of Cancerians. Okay, right, communication. And also watch out for a woman that I can see you connecting with. And she's very manipulative, very controlling, likes everything her way. And something's drawing me to a sister or a sister-in-law. So see where that comes in, or she could be a sister-in-law if you're connected with marriage. So just see a woman like that around you. But I just feel as though don't let her intimidate you, whatever you do. And I just feel as though you've got to start protecting yourself a little bit, or being a bit more self-protective. It's like I feel so sometimes you can be a bit of a giver. And I'm not saying don't, but I just feel as though it's time to pull back now, focus on your own goals. It's like family have got to sort themselves out a little bit. Also, I feel as though you're going to hear news of a house move. Now, whether this is for you within your own little unit or outside, but I feel as though a big major move here. A very positive move, but again, it's something you won't rush into. But there is this thought process, like we're thinking about a move. And again, I've got you feeling a bit drained and a bit run down. But I just feel so don't let family drain your energy or this manipulative, controlling woman. It's like it feels that you've got to start standing your ground now and standing up for yourself. And I can see some fun and games with you and family, especially on partner side of the family. And I just feel so, yeah, connect with them, yeah, try and appease them, but don't let them walk all over you. Oh, no, 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 no. And you might not want to upset your partner, but remember, you've got your life, you've got your thoughts, you've got your feelings. So, make sure you're doing what's best for you. And when it comes to family as well, don't be borrowing money for everybody or letting partners dish out the money. It's like I feel so we've got to start being a bit more self-protective with the finances and looking at what we've got. And, if you want to borrow it to anybody, that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying don't, but just make sure you can get it back in a timely fashion. You need more money just as much as they need it as well. So you've got to keep that balance right. But overall, just feels like just keep paying attention. Make sure you're protecting yourself. Yes, make sure you're being there for family, but just keep that balance right. And I can see you doing a lot of thinking about family and relationships and how you're connecting all together. And I just feel as though you can think forever and amen, but it doesn't mean it's going to change anything. So sometimes you just got to say, do you know what? What will be will be. I'll just let them get on with it. I'm going to sort myself out. I'm going to focus on what's best for me. And if they don't like it, well, you know what? I've got to do what's right for me. And I feel so that's going to be the right kind of attitude now moving forward over the next 12 to 18 months. So like I say, don't want you not be there for family, but don't let them overrule you. So you've got to get that right. And sort of sitting in the centre here again is your Wheel of Fortune coming out again. So it kind of sort of sits right with what I was speaking with you and relationships and how you're connecting with everybody around you. And I do look at relationships as partners, but relationships can be connected with family as well. So do bear that in mind. That it almost feels like there's a bit of things going wrong or not quite the way you'd like them to be, or lack of communication. It's like everything's okay, but there's that a bit with everything at the moment. It's like everything's okay, but there's something not quite right, or my job's okay, but my relationship's okay, but family's okay, but it all feels a bit like that. Everything's okay, but there's always something. And I just feel so, you've just got to figure that out now. What's the best move for you? But you will sort that out as you go along, okay? So I'm going to leave family just like that. I feel as though I don't really need to say any more, I feel. Right, let's have a look at money. No, I'm not like sort of getting anything negative with money, but sometimes I feel as though we do worry about money too much. And I just feel as though just hold on to it, look after it, be wise with it. So this is your money worry card, but I don't feel like it's money worries. I just think sometimes we're over-analysing money sometimes. And this is here saying, look, hold on to money, but don't be too possessive of it. Let money flow naturally around you. Then as you do that, money should be fine. I do feel like there's some shock bills coming up around you, so do sort of try and put money aside and save money for that ready. I won't say it's too negative, but it's like, we don't like spending on things we don't want to. Those stupid little things like the car, the home, or whatever it may be that needs getting sorted. So just watch out for things like that. But other than that, I feel as though money's fine. And it's also telling you here to balance your money out. So here's your balance card with finances. So see where you can make some savings. I feel as though we can. And I just feel as though somebody around you as you move forward is going to be thinking about setting up their own business. And I feel as though that's going to be good and secure for the future. But again, I just feel as though don't worry about money. I feel as though let it flow. Let's get this business off the ground and it's all going to be good. So that's good. And let's have a look at health. Right, just keep an eye on your right knee a little bit playing up. Watch your left shoulder. Keep an eye on your middle back aching a little bit. And perhaps just being drawn to an eye test coming up, or you need an eye test. I'm not saying it's anything negative, it's just certain things I just draw to. And also just keep an eye on some chesty coughs and colds coming up around the winter that get a bit of a grip on your chest a little bit. Energy levels a little bit up and down, so balance your health out and just generally keep an eye on the right side of your body. But other than that, you're generally fine. So that's just little niggly things you've just got to keep an eye on there. Right, don't know if you've had an angel card reading before, so let's have a look at your angels. Let's see what these say. Okay, right, so again, money keeps coming out with you. So don't be worried about money, just look after what you've got, be wise with it, and let the angels take care of the rest. This is saying you've got a lovely positive energy around you. It's very caring, very healing, very intuitive. So you'd be good at looking after people, caring, counselling, social work, or you could connect with that on a spiritual level if you wanted to. Don't worry so much what the purpose of your life is, just do what you feel so is right. Because at different times in our lives, we have different purposes. There's your wishes and dreams, so whatever it is you want, it's all there for you. You've just got to focus on it now and push things through. Whatever you do want to do, just go for it. So don't hold back, push your thoughts and ideas forward. And it's all about endings and new beginnings now, so where are you going with your life? You need to make sure you have a bit of fun in your life. It can't be all work and no play, because that's what it feels like sometimes. And do ask your angels, they are around you, they will help connect with you and guide you and protect you. So they are there for you if you call upon them. This is just saying you need your own quiet space a little bit now to just perhaps have 5 minutes to yourself within your day or whatever it may be, to just think about your life, about what you want, where you're going, and then hopefully you can implement it. And then this is your outcome card. Again, this isn't saying you're ill, but it's telling you to focus on your health. So eat properly, drink properly, sleep properly. And as soon as I picked that up, I thought, oh, your energy level's a bit drained. So that's your main thing now, because if your body isn't in balance, no matter what we've talked about, you won't do it. You won't have the energy. So you need to look after yourself a little bit. So I feel so as you do that, you should be fine. So generally, I just get the feeling now, like I say, life doesn't feel negative, but it just feels like I've just got to start pushing things forward. I need to start focusing on my goals a little bit, but don't stand still. But I just feel so now you need to make sure that you and relationships and family are in balance with one with each other. And if you're not, then something's amiss and it needs to be looked at and resolved. And then as you do that, you'll be able to move comfortably in your life. But if you don't, it's like the goalposts are just shifting. It's like, oh, I've got my goal here, but I can't cross it because I haven't dealt with things. And all you're doing is pushing it forward. Each month it gets pushed forward. In other words, it's not being dealt with. So it just feels that it all can be sorted out. I didn't see holidays, but I feel like you need a holiday. Even if it's only a weekend breakaway, it would just help recharge your batteries. And just for some reason, I'm just seeing a little girl around you with blonde hair, perhaps short pigtails. So if that girl isn't around you now, it's not your own child, then there's a child coming in around you that I can see you connecting with. And I just feel as though some kind of conversation has got to happen between you and this child. Or you've got something to say. Doesn't always tell me what that conversation's about, but I'm sure it'll make sense for you as time goes by. So just wait and see. Also, I feel as though somebody's very good at joinery. I feel as though they're very good at woodwork, or they're going to be doing some joinery around the home. And it just feels as though they've got the abilities to do that and get on with that, and that's absolutely great. So I hope all that's kind of made sense to you. If there's some things that don't quite make sense, or you want to ask me any questions, I'll try and answer them as a bit of a follow-up for you. I don't mind doing that. But other than that, I wish you all the best. So this is Peter the Clairvoyant, and I hope you are well and moving forward in the right direction. And I'm here to help you to get there. Thank you. Good night.